Welcome my freckled friends, this is Jamie and I am back with another SKZ record, this time Hyunjin. So I'm really excited about this because I feel like we have gotten a couple of SKZ records from Hyunjin. What was his last one that he did? What was the one that he did for... Oh my gosh, does he have two? That's right, he has two. I was just thinking that I saved one, but then there's this other one as well. He's got two SKZ records. Cool, so we'll do both of those today. It was Contradicting. That was the last one that I heard from Hyunjin. So yeah, and then he was featured on the one by IN. But yeah, so we're gonna, I guess we've got two. We've got two to do today. One of them just came out yesterday, and then the other came out a few days ago. So we've got Long For You as well as Hey You that we're gonna be listening to today. They are both pretty short, less than 3 minutes. So yeah. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get to it. I'm excited. We'll start with Long For You since that one came out first. Okay, so Hyunjin said that it's about missing your past, which has lost its shine, and therefore longing for everything from back then. I think a lot of people do that, but I think right now millennials are feeling that a lot, which is why nostalgia and like Y2K and 90s nostalgia is at like an all-time high right now. We're all missing it. Okay. So let's do it. Hyunjin, Long For You. I was about to stop it and we'll just continue though. I was about to stop and talk for a second, but it's so near the end, we'll just keep going. Beautiful. I'm assuming that the artwork is also by Hyunjin. First of all, I feel like we've been hearing like more and more from Hyunjin that we don't typically hear, or we don't hear a lot of. This like falsetto head voice Hyunjin. Beautiful. I do like the length of the song. Now I know some people would probably be a little like, oh, it needs to be longer. I wish it's longer. I actually don't. I think that it's the perfect length and the perfect format for this type of song. This is a song that could easily be long and drawn out by having a second verse, by having a second chorus, by having like a musical interlude, by, you know, I could very easily see this becoming like too long of a song, and one of those songs that I like drift a little bit as I'm listening to it. So I think this is kind of the perfect length for this song. Hyunjin seems like he's going kind of the way of Chan, and as far as like working on composition and production, he seems to really have a knack for it, and I definitely hope that he, you know, continues pursuing that more, because this was a beautiful song. I really enjoyed it. So, and I love hearing his voice. And this is, again, another, we have not had anybody rap on a SKZ record yet. Of course, we have not heard from Changbin, but like Han didn't rap, Hyunjin didn't rap in his, so I'm eager to see if we get anybody rapping in any of their SKZ records. I don't think Chan rapped at all in his. I know Chan will every once in a while throw in some rapping in his parts, but I don't think he did. I don't think I remember that. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to the next one, Hey You.
Hey you, yes you. How did you make me fall in love with you? Hey you, yes you. At first sight, at first sight, at first sight, at first sight. Can we walk and maybe share our lives? Can we talk and maybe love your eyes? And if you don't know love, I'll make the best of us. And if you know so much, why don't you give me love? Can we love? Can we love? I feel your scent, it came to me as my own breath. I'll give consent to you with no other reason. Hey, I'll just fall into you, dive into your heart. Yeah, no matter what, I will give you my heart. Since you're living in the breeze that I breathe, it's okay to tell me some pain, love me. Can we walk and maybe share our lives? Can we talk and maybe love your eyes? And if you don't know love, I'll make the best of us. And if you know so much, why don't you give me love? Can we love? Can we love? Can we Can we walk and maybe share our lives? Can we talk and maybe love your eyes? And if you don't know love, we'll make the best of us. And if you know so much, why don't you give me love? Can we love? Can we love? Yeah.
Alright, I liked that one as well. To me, that was a little more like experimental with the composition, and there was a little more to the composition and the production of that song, but I still quite liked it. And that was more the tone that I'm used to hearing from Hyunjin whenever he's singing, which I love his tone of voice when he's singing. And I've said before, to me, his singing tone is a little more consistent than his rapping one. I had said before, I forgot which video I said it in, how I think I said it over on Patreon as well. I had said the fact that I love Hyunjin's voice because he's very much like a parrot almost, in that he can sound similar in tone to whoever he's following. So if he's rapping right after Felix, he can make his tone of voice sound very similar to Felix's. If he's going right after Han, he can make his voice sound very similar to Han. when he was doing, that's what it was. It was, I think I said it during the Two Kids show with he and Changbin, when he was performing Streetlight with Changbin, and the fact that he was able to make his voice sound very similar to Changbin's during that performance. But I feel like his singing voice is a little more like his own and consistent. But I love the fact that he can make his voice sound like different people. To me, that's what is impressive, and it lends itself to being in a group. You know, being able to make your voice sound like different people and kind of blend with different people, because it makes this like seamless transition to a point where you're like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden that's Hyunjin. When did that happen? You know? But yeah, anyways, that's not what we're not talking about his rapping on this, because he did not in fact rap on this. But yeah, I quite enjoyed that. And I love, one of the things I love about this, hold on, sorry, I'm about to run out of memory. One of the things I love about K-pop that I talked about loving it, not on here because I wasn't doing reactions when I first got into BTS, but I was saying to, my family, one of the things I really love about it, and I think really makes for, I feel like it increases the longevity of a group, is the fact that they do so many things on their own, and they release so many things on their own so that they can really have their own identity as a musician, as an artist. So I really love the fact that, like with BTS, on pretty much every album you would have solo songs, and with Stray Kids they do these SKZ records and SKZ players, so that each individual can come out with their own music, so there's not as much this like, and they can come out with like full albums, obviously. BTS did this like throughout. They would come out with their own mixtapes, their own albums as well. So you don't have this like, I want to be myself. I want to be known as just, for instance, I want to be known as just Hyunjin, not as Stray Kids. I don't have my own identity. I need to go out. I need to find my own identity like you do with Western artists who feel this way, which is why you end up having like a One Direction kind of situation, or a Fifth Harmony kind of situation, in which people end up leaving because they're like, I have my own voice that I want to be heard, and I can't do that within this group. With K-pop, you pretty much can, like they give you the room to do that. They give you the time to do that. And so I really appreciate that, because I feel like when these artists are allowed to do things on their own and as individuals, they don't get bitter about not being able to be individuals and end up leaving the group. You know what I mean? Or not necessarily bitter, but just this like, I would like to be known as an individual as well. I do think it increases the longevity of a group when you're able to do this. So I really appreciate that aspect of K-pop. A lot of aspects of K-pop. But yeah, that was wonderful. I've been really liking these so far. I think there are actually still some that have come out in years past that I have still not heard. Some SKZ records and players that I have still not watched and still not heard. Like I was looking at all of these for him. I don't think I've heard this one. Sorry, it's all in Korean, so I don't know what it says. That's the other thing. This song was entirely in English. Ice Cream. Have I heard Ice Cream? I may have, maybe not. I don't remember. Did Day 6 just come out with a new song, an MV? I did do Love Untold. I remember doing that one. And of course I've done the SKZ players with him, When the Party's Over, as well as Play with Fire. But yeah, so anyways, I might get into catching up on the SKZ records from years prior that I have not done yet. So anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. I really enjoyed both of those, but that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye y'all.